Hello, my beautiful souls. This is Moonseeker of Light Guardian, and today I'm doing a twin flame reading. So this is going to be for people who are caught in a entanglement, a karmic situation, or third party situation. But I'm going to look at the divine masculine, divine feminine, and the karmic, all three of them together. I'm going to look at their energies and see what's going on, how they feel towards each other, and all those kind of things. So this is a general reading, so please take what resonates. If you're not interested in learning about the karmic, then this is not about you, because then this the reading is not for you, because I'm going to be looking at how the karmic feels towards the divine feminine and divine masculine, and how the divine masculine feels towards the divine towards the karmic, and how the divine feminine feels towards the karmic as well. So all energy is back and forth. So if you don't want to know about third party situations or karmic situations, this reading is not for you. This is a general reading, so please take what resonates. Leave the rest. If this is not your story, it's not your story, and that's okay. Do not try to make anything fit. I do use he and she, but these are not indications of gender. They're just energies. Okay, so let's get started here. So let's start with the energy of the divine masculine. What is the DM's energy coming into this reading? We have here secrets. Oh, sorry, seduction. So the divine masculine is being seduced. Divine feminine. What's the DF's energy coming into this reading? We have here determination. So let's look at the karmic. What's the karmic energy coming into this reading? What's the karmic energy coming into this reading? We have here reconnection. So the divine masculine has seduction coming into this reading. So for the divine masculine, they're perhaps being seduced right now, seduced to something, being enticed to do something, move towards something. The divine feminine is feeling very determined. Well, she's determined to do something, to say something, to pass something. We'll pull more cards and we'll see what this is all about. And the karmic is all about reconnection, wanting to reconnect with the divine masculine, perhaps reconnect to someone else. We'll look at that as well. So divine masculine, what is this seduction about? We have here the high priestess. This is about intuition, tapping into their intuition. I feel like here the spirit is like, spirit has been talking to the divine masculine. Spirit has been seducing the divine masculine, going, go within, seek your inner guidance, go within, listen to your inner voice, use your intuition, use your discernment. It's time for you to start balancing things. It's time for you to be the high priestess here. Be the person who uses their gifts wisely here. Determination. We have the hermit here. So I'm feeling like this is a little bit similar energies here. This is going within, seeking your own inner guidance. The divine feminine is determined to go within, to go through this spiritual phase that she's perhaps going through, or go through this solitude, this time of alone, to really go within. She's been guided to go within and to look for her inner guidance, look for that, go to that before she goes elsewhere. Reconnection. We have 10 of Wands and 4 of Swords here. So this is all about allowing some cycles to come to a close with number 10, putting down burdens and stresses. This could be this relationship with the divine masculine. This could be a burden for the karmic. Or the connection they have with the divine feminine, depending on how this resonates. But I'm going to read it as if this is, this is a third party situation, an entanglement where the divine masculine is entangled with a karmic. But if it resonates differently for you guys, take it as it resonates. You can swap the energies around. But for this reconnection here as well, there's a time for rest. It's time for rest. It's time to contemplate and really think about things. Think about these burdens that you want to put down. Think about how you how you want to move forward once this cycle ends. Like, how do you want to carry yourself, carry your weight, carry, do you want to carry weight with you? This is about rejuvenating, resting, restoring, contemplating. So let's pull some more cards here. How is the divine masculine feeling towards the divine feminine? How is the divine masculine feeling towards the divine feminine? We have here awake. The divine, I'm going to put that up there. So the divine masculine is awake to this connection with the divine feminine. They were, and this comes with this whole tapping into the intuition, listening to what spirit has guided them to go to, and really look within and using their intuition. And they know now who the divine feminine is to them. How does the divine masculine feel towards the karmic? How does the divine masculine feel towards the karmic? We have here strength. It's not all as it seems when it comes to how the divine masculine feels towards the karmic. There's something, they're observing something. They're observing the karmic. They're trying to observe the karmic to gain strength. Strength for what? What are you trying to gain strength for? We have confidence, the strength and confidence for and waiting. I'm feeling that this is waiting for an opportunity to leave. I'm really feeling that in here. They're trying to summon up the strength. They're trying to find the confidence. They're observing the karmic so they can let go. Yeah. They're letting go of the karmic. So they're waiting and they're summoning the strength, they're summoning the confidence, and they're waiting for the right opportunity to let go of the karmic. How is the divine feminine feeling towards the divine masculine? We have her eliminate. So whilst the divine masculine is awake towards the divine feminine, the divine feminine towards the divine masculine wants to eliminate something so they can gain some kind of freedom. They want to gain freedom from the divine masculine for some reason. What do they want to eliminate? Some kind of appreciation. This could be perhaps that they're getting appreciation from other people, other men or women. Maybe they want to eliminate this journey, the journey that they're on perhaps. Maybe they want to disconnect for good. Maybe they can't take this anymore. They might want to disconnect from this journey. Let's get another card, one more card here about eliminate and appreciation. One more card here. One more card. They want to cleanse and release. They want to let go of something. They really want to let go of something when it comes to the divine masculine. We have her family. And we had voyage before, so the journey. So what I'm getting from this is that they want to eliminate, they want to cleanse and release whatever happened in the past. They want to start fresh. They want to start from zero. They want to level the ground and then start from. They need to cleanse and release. They need to eliminate anything that I think the appreciation, the things that they perhaps appreciated about the divine masculine before. But they just need to cleanse and release from the divine masculine. I feel there's maybe some stagnant energy when it comes to the feelings towards the divine masculine. But for some of you guys, it is that the divine feminine is like, she's not what she's done. She's cutting cords. She's walking away. Cutting cords as much as you can. But, you're two halves of the one soul. Like, so there's not much you can do. In terms of, you guys are always going to be connected, but you can walk away, you can cleanse and release, you can walk away from this journey, walk away from this path, if that's what you wish to do. For some divine feminines, that's what they want to do. They don't want to be on this journey anymore. They don't want to be in this. It's too much, it's too painful. Even if this might take them away from the soul purpose, because remember, the twin flames journey, ultimately what it is about a journey to self, a journey to your soul purpose. Through this person, you get awakened to your soul purpose, your soul's calling, your truth. But for some of divine feminines they want to walk away from this. Why do they want to walk away from this? Let's ask that. Because there's confusion and fear here with the moon backwards. In reverse. the Moon Seeker card. It's the Moon card here. There's confusion, there's fear, there's misrepresentation. That's what it says. Misinterpretations, yeah. There's confusion and fear. Confusion and fear is why they want to do this, because they want to walk away from this divine love because they're afraid. So the divine feminines are afraid right now when it comes to this divine connection, to these lovers, because they don't know if they can take this anymore, the ups and downs, the back and forth, all the stuff that they go through. I feel like they perhaps just have hit a wall emotionally where they cannot carry this anymore, where they cannot do this anymore. So they just kind of need perhaps a little bit of time out so they can clear this confusion, clear this fear. Because this could be that the divine feminines now just need to walk their own path for a while before they reconnect back to onto this journey. So let's have a look at how the karmic feels towards the divine masculine. We have perception here. So the perception of the divine masculine is changing. It's changing because they're observing here now, and they're gaining their self-love. They're observing the divine masculine back, just like we had before. The divine masculine was observing the karmic. Now we have here balance. They're wanting to balance something out here with the divine masculine. So their perception of the divine masculine is changing. They're gaining some kind of self-love. They're loving themselves more. They might want to reconnect with someone else then. And I want to reconnect with someone who is their divine counterpart. How does the karmic feel towards the divine feminine? Cold here with winter. She's icy. She knows it's all about divine timing. Sooner or later there's going to be healing. Of healing here, divine healing. Sooner or later there's going to be healing. And there's going to be this, I feel this like merger of healing between these three people that are in this entanglement, where people are going to start letting go of things that keep them fearful, things that keep them huddled up and not wanting to face reality that perhaps this connection needs to end here with the 10 of Wands that we had before. Realizing that this perhaps is what needs to be destined, but perhaps also somebody needs to walk away first before they can be anything. Letting go of fear. We have fear here with the moon in reverse. The karmic's feelings towards the divine feminine is that, you know, yes, they're cold, they're icy towards them, they don't like them, all that jazz, but they know that it's all about divine timing, divine healing. In due time, this will be like, I learned from you and you learned from me, and we had to go through all of this together, kind of thing. How does the divine feminine feel towards the karmic? We have here fruitful, and we have naked. So she feels vulnerable, but at the same time she feels like this abundance. She appreciates, she knows that the divine masculine needs to go through this with a karmic to learn this lesson, to close karmic cycles, to be able to let go of certain things that they need to on this journey. But it makes her feel very vulnerable towards the karmic, knowing very well that the karmic right now has the DM's love, has the DM's physical touches, the body, the everything. That's what the DF wants, but right now can't, because the DM has to go through this with the karmic in order for there to be abundance for the two of them later, in order for these lovers to have this abundance. So I feel like the DF is like, has gratitude towards the karmic, and at the same time feels very vulnerable and exposed to the karmic. So let's see what else we have here. Let's just gather these for a sec. Okay, let's do this. Let's ask Spirit. What else do we need to know about the DM? We have family. So this family card comes up again. But family, when it came to the feelings towards the DF's feeling towards the DM. We have family, offer, and fifth dimension. So when it comes to the DM, what else do we need to know is there's an offer coming. An offer to build something together. Something that transcends the 5D, that trickles down to the 3D for the divine masculine. And I feel like this is towards the divine feminine here. Once those cycles finish, they will be able to bring about a new offer to the divine feminine. Tell me about this offer. What is this offer? It's a solid offer in the material world that's coming from the divine masculine. This will come after a time of shadow work. They're going to do the shadow work, and once they've done that, they're going to bring you an offer in the material world. An offer about perhaps starting a family, making a commitment together. And I feel that this is to the divine feminine, like I said. Tell me more about family. The answer is yes. Dark night of the soul. So again, there's going to be this time for the divine masculine to really do the shadow work, so they can come back to you and bring you this offer. The answer is yes, there's going to be that. Where once they were unawakened and relied on, or thinking they didn't have free will, I feel here. What am I getting for message here? They're going through the dark night of soul because they were unawakened. They now have free will. They always have free will, but they're going to use their free will to bring about this offer. I'm getting like some of the divine masculines might have thought they were bewitched, or someone had put a spell on them or something when it comes to the divine feminine. But they're realizing that they have free will. No one has put any kind of spell on them. Their feelings towards the divine feminine are real. The feelings are of their own free will. No one has put them under a spell. I think someone lied to them and said to them that, the divine feminine has done such and such towards you. This is why you can't let go of her. This is why you're always thinking about her. She's done this, she's done that. No. They have free will. They were unawakened. Once they go through this dark night of the soul, they'll understand this. They'll do their shadow work, and they'll bring about an offer in the material world. Tell me about fifth dimension. So we have third party, we have soulmate, we have healing, and we have observer. So he or she is observing you on social media, divine feminines. They are healing this third party. And this third party person could be a karmic, or they could be a soulmate, or they see this person as a soulmate. But this third party situation for some of you is a soulmate, and others view as a karmic. But they're healing this third party, and while they're trying to heal this third party, they're observing you. Just like you guys are connecting in the 5D, they might be observing you in the 5D as well, as in they won't be interacting with you in 5D. Perhaps during this time, because some of you divine feminines want your space, you want your you want to disconnect from them for a bit. They might be respecting your wishes, and they're not coming towards you in 5D. But what they're doing is they're observing you in 5D and on social media. Tell me about this soulmate. What is this soulmate about? What is this soulmate? You're getting mixed and feelings. You're like, there's definitely karmic situation they're healing here, but the soulmate here just, what is this card? Why is it here? Because they're surrendering and they're admiring something. So for some of you guys, okay, this is what I'm getting. They're healing a third party. For some of you guys, they see you as their soulmate. They don't know the word twin flame. They don't know that term. They don't know about that, but they know about soulmate. And they see you as their soulmate. They're surrendering to their heart. To their heart space. They admire you and all that you've gone through, all that you have transformed with all these butterflies here. So that's what I'm getting here. So soulmate card here is because they see you as that, because they don't have a better word for it. They just know soulmate. And they're like, they've seen you and they're observing you, and they're like, they're healing this third party. They're going to do the shadow work. They're going to go through the dark night of the soul so they can come back to you and be healed. All the signs are pointing towards that. All the signs are pointing towards that this divine masculine is going to heal and come back around with an offer for the divine feminine. Okay, so what else do we need to know about the Divine Feminine in relation to the Divine Masculine? What else do we need to know, Spirit, about the Divine Feminine? So we have winter here. So this card comes out again now here. So this winter, it could be that she's cold. It could be that that she is just like closed off or frozen towards the Divine Masculine. We have compromise. We have muse. We have bound. We have mirroring, and we have received. So this Divine Feminine, when it comes to the Divine Masculine, just trying to fit them all there. She's feeling a little bit cold, or I feel like she's been feeling that he's been cold to her. There needs to be some kind of compromise. They need to paint a new picture, because whatever they're bound or shackled to doesn't serve them anymore. That old picture they have doesn't serve them anymore. It has to be repainted. There's also mirroring going on here for them, and there's something that has been received, some message that has been received here. But let's look at winter. Tell me about winter. So winter here we have ascending, and the answer is no. So what I'm getting from this is like, no, it is not frozen. That is not what this is about. This is about a season. So this is Spirit telling me that I'm reading this card wrong. This could be a season, this could be a state, this could be whatever it is. Normally I see it like depending on what it's with. But what it's telling me here that my first instance was wrong here. It's not frozen. This is when winter comes around, for those of us who are in the northern hemisphere, there'll be an ascension happening. We'll be moving forward. The Divine Feminine will be ascending to the next level. This is why perhaps she needs to take that time alone. That's why she needs to disconnect, because she's being upgraded. Her vessel is being upgraded. She's receiving, I'm getting light codes. I'm getting DNA repairs. All these things are coming to her. And during this time, she's not going to be able to energetically be so attached to the Divine Masculine, so encompassed by the Divine Masculine the way she's done before. She needs this time to ascend. So the answer is no. She cannot be giving to the Divine Masculine the same way. She's going to be depleted. She's going to be exhausted. She's going to be like a wreck during this time. And for some of the Divine Feminines, it's already started happening. You know, if you've been feeling tired, if you've been feeling like exhausted constantly, you can't sleep, but you're tired, you know, this is what's happening. This is happening. This is happening for the greatest and highest good for the both of them. So we have compromise here. What needs compromising? We have communication. The way you guys communicate. Communication, they need to compromise on how you open up the lines of communication. One person can't be the one reaching out all the time, and the other person is just quiet. That's not how you communicate. We have fall here. So let me just look at the other cards before I jump to conclusions like I did before with winter. We have fall here. Fall is when there will be a return of communication. Fall is when it will be a return of something. The Divine Masculine might step back into the Divine Feminine's life. This is when communication will resume. This is perhaps when they finally talk about their feelings towards each other, because they both have feelings towards each other. Muse. Bottom of the deck there we had conclusion. This is when things will fall, is when things will start concluding. This is when things will start wrapping up, as in all that old stuff. So yeah, muse, destruction. Whatever picture that they were bound to before, whatever picture they were painting before, needs to be torn down, needs to be destroyed, needs to be burnt down. The foundations of beliefs needs to come down. This new picture needs to be painted, and that Divine is going to intervene and help you guys with that, help you tear this down, because it doesn't suit you anymore. Bound. What are you bound to? Some kind of commitment. Bound to some kind of commitment. There has to be forgiveness when it comes to this commitment. There needs to be purging when it comes to commitment. There needs to be balancing the scales when it comes to commitment. This is a twin flame commitment. So you guys are bound together in this internal love. You guys are bound together in this. But there needs to be a balancing of the scales. There needs to be forgiveness. There needs to be purging in order for this commitment to grow and continue. This is what keeps you guys bound. You're twin flames. You mirror each other. Mirroring. What's this about? Refocusing. Something fell. And cycles. It's about both of you have some cycle that needs to end. You could be in a karmic, they could be in a karmic relationship. But these cycles need to end. So there can be new ones. Another season here, summer. So maybe summertime is when you guys refocus and focus on closing these cycles, allowing these cycles to end. What has been received? Numbing. So people were trying to numb out this connection, numb out this signal, perhaps, using alcohol, drugs, trying to put up a barrier between this that needs to be received. Them trying to put up a barrier between each other, perhaps. What else here? What else? What's this barrier about and this numbing about? What is being received? Okay, guidance. You guys are being divinely guided. You guys are mirroring each other, so therefore both of you have received this, but there's barriers up. There's barriers up, and this numbing is causing the barriers. Whatever alcohol, drugs, codependency, whatever thing you use as a shield to numb yourself, it's causing a barrier for this message that Spirit's trying to get to you. What Spirit wants you to know, basically. Yeah. Let's get some messages before I finish. Let's get some messages here. So one of the messages from the Divine Masculine up here, and messages from the Divine Feminine down here. Starting with the Divine Masculine. I dream about a future with you. Time will tell. Why can't we be together? I don't get what's stopping us. Okay, Divine Feminine. I'm yours forever and ever. I need to sort things out first before I can come to you. And we saw that with the Divine Feminine. We absolutely saw that. One more message, Divine Feminine. I want to fall asleep next to you, and I want to hold you in my arms. So the Divine Masculine is like, I will dream about a future with you. I want to be with you, and for both of them, bottom of the deck here, we have I want you. You guys want each other. There's no doubt about that. Whatever feelings you have for each other are real, are true. I dream about a future with you. Time will tell. I'm yours forever. But I need some time to sort things out for the Divine Feminine. So the Divine Masculine is trusting in divine timing, but also he's questioning, why can't we just be together? What's stopping us? Yes, there are lessons that need to happen, but they just want to rush in and be like, let's be together now and let's work out the rest later. And the Divine Feminine's like, you know what? Yes, I want to fall asleep next to you every night. I want to be the person who wakes up with you. I want to hold you in my arms, but I want to do that forever. because I'm yours forever and ever. I don't want to rush in when we're not ready, when we're not healed, when we have so much work to do still. You have your shadow work to do, and I have my ascension to do. So, know that we are connected, know that we'll always be together. But right now is not our time. Let's get some more messages. Divine Masculine. It is not that I don't desire you. I just desired this more at the time. So when it comes to this karmic, they just, at the time when this happened, they just wanted that more. They went with their desires. I felt vulnerable with you. I wasn't ready for that. I didn't know how to deal with that. So I went with this. It was easy. It was desire. It was sex. It was passion. That was all. There wasn't anything deeper than that for me. Temptation led me here. Temptation led me to this entanglement. This is why I got here. This is why I followed my desires. Divine Feminine. I love you. I love you. Always have, always will. What else can I say? But you already know this, Divine Masculine. You already know that I love you. This is why you ran, because I told you early on. I told you from the start. I probably told you from day one, because I knew when my eyes locked with yours, I knew, my soul knew. Everything was reawakened to me from my past lives, from our past lives. I'm finding my way back. I'm finding my way. Sorry, I'm finding a way to break free for good. Break free from the shackles, from the things that keep me bound and shackled to things that do not serve me anymore, because I'm going through an ascension. This way I can keep my, sorry, this way I can keep my true feelings hidden. Even though you already know how I feel, but there's more to this than just I love you. There's so much more to my emotions. But right now I'm going to keep them to myself, because I don't want to expose myself. Because I know you're not ready for all that I have to give to you. And we have here, lastly, all of my worst fears are being brought forward. Because I had some lessons to learn. We had lessons to learn, both of us, when it comes to this journey. When it comes to all of these things, we just had to learn these lessons. So guys, that is today's reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it was a little bit all over the place. I'm very much aware of that. But you know what? I just flowed with it. I just went with it. It is what it is. So let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this or not. But thank you for watching. If you guys are interested in a personal reading, all the information you need is in the description box below. Please like, comment, subscribe, share if you feel so inclined. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.